How's it going, everybody? This is your boy The Muncher here, and we are going over the Flier Airlines Go Wild Pass. And so we're going to be going through everything, including the contracts and actual details of how you could get best advantage of the pass itself. So the original value of the pass used to be $600, and then it got bumped up to $800, and now it's finally at $999 a year. The full retail value of this pass is $1,999, which is pretty much $2,000. Now, on the Flier website, there is a section, things you should know. And so I'm not going over everything on that list for the most part because you could read it and it's literally on the front page. So I'm going to be going into the actual terms and conditions of the contract. The first thing is the purchaser must be 18 years old, which means a parent might be able to purchase this pass for a child. The next thing you should know is that the Gold Wild Pass is non-transferable, which means even if you wanted to give it to your grandmother or someone else, you cannot change it. It says the Go Wild Pass gives the pass holder the ability to book a ticket at an airfare of almost 1 penny. But if you scroll down and you look at number 4 over there, all taxes, fees, and charges remain the responsibility of the Go Wild Pass holder and must be paid at the time of the booking. Which means even if your flight is 1 penny, the airport fees and everything else could vary from anywhere. Going back to part 3, it says not all Flier flights will be available for booking through Go Wild, which pretty much means that there are blackout dates behind those blackout dates. So that is more for actual paying customers, so the airline doesn't have to give away the most expensive seats or any of that other stuff for maybe people who are actually giving more money rather than the actual Go Wild Pass holders. Part 6 over here says Go Wild tickets became available for the booking the day before the flight departure for domestic travel and 10 days before flight departure for international travel. So, you cannot book any earlier than 1 day. That means that even if you do book, your flight might not be confirmed. And for international, you could book 10 days beforehand, but it still might not be confirmed until you get that email or that change in status. Though even though you are traveling last minute, you should most understand that you may not even be able to get on that flight, even if you book within 24 hours. And that is a risk to do it. And this pass is excellent for people who are traveling last minute. Now, number 7 is Go Wild Pass flights are subject to blackout periods. So these blackout periods could be dates, as they've already explicitly said on their website, but dates are not the only thing. They could also be legs of flight if you think about it. Like you are going from Chicago to Las Vegas. Even though there might be a flight for regular paying customers, there might not be a flight for Go Wild Pass holders just for them to get the money. So section 9 says pass holders may not book flights that overlap each other that are duplicate itineraries or impossible to fly. So pretty much it means that you cannot book the same flights for the same time period or flights that overlap each other because it would cost the airline more money and you are essentially just skipping flights. Maybe for some kind of advantage or just booking flights just because you might want to, but that also costs the airline money because they are losing other sales. Number 10 says Go Wild Pass is not compatible with other Flier sales and promotions unless specifically advertised. So it's kind of impossible to put a sale on a 1-cent flight ticket anyway. So I'm kind of confused what they meant, but in case they have something in the future, that's probably why they threw it in. So number 11 is just for the people who want to abuse the policy for Flier Airlines. No-shows are subject to the terms of set forth in Flier's contract of carriage. Go Wild Pass holders who repeatedly book and no-show flights or otherwise violate the terms of conditions contained in these rules are subject to financial penalties of up to and including the revocation of the pass privileges without refund. So pretty much you cannot book tickets that you will not consistently fly. You should probably actually cancel the flight and not do a no-show. So if you do have a flight that you cannot make it, you should formally cancel rather than actually skipping the flight. Number 12 is very important to the people who are trying to take advantage of actually getting elite status or any kind of status with Flier. Tickets booked using a Wild Pass are not eligible to earn redeemable Flier miles and will not count as an elite status qualifying activity. Now, we are going to be talking about this later in the video. There is something with the credit card, and I will be mentioning that. We are now on the payment section, and it says the initial enrollment price is non-refundable, and the purchaser assumes all obligations of the pass holder's participation in the Go Wild Pass. So pretty much no refunds. Frontier reserves the right to cancel, extend, or suspend enrollment at its sole discretion for any reason. So Frontier pretty much thought it would be smart to throw this in and probably not repeat something as similar as like the American Airlines pass, if you are very familiar with that. What happened was American Airlines pretty much was selling unlimited flight passes for only $300,000. And what happened from that was they pretty much got taken advantage of, and it was probably the biggest F-up in the airline's history. Now, this is very important for those people who do not like the pass after the first year. Enrollment will automatically renew for successive 1-year terms and then effective retail price. The renewal price unless the Go Wild Pass is canceled within the pass holder's Frontier Miles account profile on the site before the midnight Mountain Time on the final day of the end of the current term. So pretty much a lot of people do not actually end up canceling like passes and subscriptions, and that's how they get even more money. So pretty much as we know, there are no refunds on this pass. So if the subscription renews, you do not get a refund. So you want to cancel this as soon as you can and put this in a calendar, maybe even a whole year early, just so you do not forget. So Section 6 pretty much says the renewal price is subject to change by Frontier at any time with appropriate notice. So pretty much Frontier will notify you via email or some other way, but whether you get that email is pretty much on your end. So always keep a track of what's going on. Now this is kind of the scariest clause in my opinion in their contract, and it's other than the renewal price, Frontier may modify the terms and conditions of the Go Wild Pass at any time without notice. Now, the key term is without notice, so any of these terms could change from today, the day I'm recording this, or maybe even tomorrow from after this video is posted. So now we are going to be moving forward to talk about Discount Den and how this program actually relates to the pass. For those of you who do not know what Discount Den is, it's pretty much an annual membership that costs $60 for a full year's of savings, and Discount Den does come very big advantages if you fly frequently enough, as the prices could be $20 to $30 cheaper per leg of the flight. Now I'm going to be showing you a flight example that's going from Orlando all the way to Las Vegas on April 1st. So, as you can see, the airfare is $75.42 with taxes and fees being $43.56. Now that's before Discount Den. Now after Discount Den, you see that the airfare is $56.82 and the taxes are $42.16. You're probably asking yourself, why do I need the Discount Den if I already have the Go Wild Pass? I'm only paying a penny for airfare anyway, right? Now, if you look at the taxes and carrier imposed fees, you could see that it's almost a whole dollar cheaper if you have Discount Den. So that means if you fly enough flights with the Frontier Go Wild Pass, you are essentially saving far more money on taxes and carrier imposed fees than you would without it. Now, another really important thing I want to mention is the Frontier credit card. So I am mentioning this credit card because it has a big advantage. So say you are going to be buying the Go Wild Pass, right? So you apply for this credit card and then you charge the Go Wild Pass on this credit card, which means you get the 50,000 bonus miles plus the $100 flight voucher for spending $500 already. And on top of that, you get 5 times more miles just because you spent it from the Frontier's website just to buy the Go Wild Pass, which means you get a lot more benefits, including priority boarding, the $100 flight voucher, unlocked family pooling, and a bunch of other benefits that you could check out on the Frontier's website. And like I said, I'm going through everything in this video. That's why I thought you guys should know of the advantages that this significantly has. Now, with the credit card, it is another very important thing that I should mention. It says no blackout dates and keep miles from expiring. So the 50,000 miles that you did get, in case you do not redeem them, do not expire. Now, you're going to be asking me, what am I supposed to do with 50,000 miles when I'm already getting a flight for 1 penny? Now, let's say you don't actually want to use the pass after 1 year. So you cancel the pass and now you have an extra 50,000 miles laying around. And the best part is those miles don't expire as long as you have the credit card and there's no blackout dates on the miles. So you should be able to use it. Now, another key thing you need to know about the credit card is you can actually earn status with the credit card. So say you are flying, again, let's just say from Orlando to Las Vegas, and you have to pay like $20 in taxes and fees. You could charge the $20 in taxes and fees on your credit card over here, and you will be able to get actual points for the status. And you gotta make sure you know that you cannot earn status at all using the Go Wild Pass, and that is a very significant benefit, especially if you're spending a lot of money with Frontier Airlines anyway. So I'm not going through every little detail of the credit card, so it's also a good idea to go on the website and read through their terms and conditions. Now that you made it to the end of the video, you have seen everything that you need to know about the Frontier Go Wild Pass, from discount den to the credit cards to the actual terms and conditions of the contract. Now, I already bought this pass when it was already $600, so I may see a few of you traveling on my flight, who knows. I hope all of this information is going to be some use to you, and I hope you do consider subscribing to my channel, the Muncher below. Much appreciated. I hope you guys have a good day.